Hey folks, Tactile here. Welcome back for part 2 of my Megatech DLC playthrough for Astroneer. Let's get right down to it. First, here's what we're going to need to build the orbital platform. It's important to note that this printer is not going to make a permanent structure on the ground, so you can put it out of the way, away from your base, and then clean it all up with a deconstructor later. We'll hit the fast forward button here and see what it prints. The print is done, so let's see what we got. Orbital Platform Stage 1 Package. A packaged portion of the orbital platform. Load into the DLS to be launched into space where it automatically deploys. So let's go ahead and load it up. It's a bit hard to see with the tower in the way here, but I'm going to stick the box into this chamber at the end of the DLS, and then I'm going to click on the button and launch it into orbit. And since Glacio is my favorite, of course I'm going to choose Glacio, and we're going to launch it off. We must be right over the North Pole because you can see my base right there. Let's hop in our shuttle and get right up there. There's 4 landing spots to choose from. I'm going to pick one here on the display control panel side. It's a big station, but first thing I want to do is play with this asteroid here in the middle. Mega Mini Asteroid Simulator Control Panel. Operates the Mega Mini Asteroid Simulator. The control panel contains various options to change or regenerate the Mega Mini Asteroid into various shapes. Check out that resin first. I don't care who you are, that's pretty cool. Just a big old honkin' piece of resin here. Alright, let's see what else we got. So we got the resin, compound, donut, flat platform. Let's check out that donut. That's definitely a donut. Let's see what happens when you fall off this thing. Poof. And that's what happens if you or anything falls off the platform. You just spawn back on the platform. Unfortunately, we're on the wrong side. Let's get back over there. It does look like there's room for an expansion here though. As a true platform builder, I'm probably going to be most interested in this flat platform. So let's check this out. Now the surface does look perfectly flat, but I can tell from the distance to the next voxel that this is not true flat. So if you're going to be doing some true flat on here, you'll probably want to true flat that floor there too. Next up, let's check out this sphere. The sphere looks perfect. Let's get over there and check it out from on top. I think it's really cool that the devs put this asteroid feature in here. I'm guessing that's in response to the community repeatedly asking for asteroids they could mine. There is no resources in here, just soil, but with a soil centrifuge and some automation to set up some scrap, you'd be all set. The only one we really haven't checked out yet is the asteroid field, so let's take a look at this. Dang, that's pretty cool. One thing I noticed before I left the station was that the donut makes a pretty good skate ramp for the hoverboard. The only other feature to look at right now is this fuel area that, based on the symbol, takes astronium. So this completes the quest Constellation Prize for launching the orbital platform Anchor. I've also completed phone drone printing the stage 1 orbital platform. So the next active quest for me is the view from here. Complete the upgrade to stage 2 of the orbital platform. To complete this part of the module, please upgrade your orbital platform to the next stage. The orbital platform stage 2 introduces many new features to your orbital platform courtesy of the continued research by the Vastar Infrastructure Research Institutional Viri, creating the support structure for a better future today. We're all set up for stage 2 here. Here's the required components, definitely more than last time. We'll hit fast forward again and see what prints. And we got another box here, Orbital Platform Stage 2 Package. Telling us again to load it into the DLS and launch it off. This time I'm going to go ahead and clear that soil out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. We got the box loaded into the compartment and we press the button and launch it off. Now let's go check it out. So where it was blank before, now we have a printer. That's our upgrade for reaching level 2 of the orbital station. Let's take a look at what we can make. We have the landing pad for the Megatech structures, in case you want to build a big old building up here. And the Megatrain platform, that's what we'll be looking at. Clay, steel, aluminum alloy, and rubber. One tip to avoid frustration here is that these printers will currently not accept medium silos or medium storage, so make sure to use canisters like I did here or place the items directly on the printer. This is going to pop out our Megatrain platform, can be placed on the edge of the orbital platform or another Megatrain platform to extend the edge. Well, let's unpack it and see what happens. Now that the Megatrain platform is slotted, I'll go ahead and activate it. And much like the flat platform in the middle, this is perfectly flat, but I can tell by the voxel height it's not actually true flat. The limit on these Megatrain platforms is 4 platforms per side, and you can put them in any configuration that you want to. This side I just put 4 platforms in a row to see how far I could get out from the orbital platform. And this side is sort of shaped like a reverse L. Here's where I hit the limit. I have another Megatrain platform here, but it won't slot in and it won't let me activate it. So I'm definitely at my limit here with 4 platforms on each side. I couldn't help but test the buggy up here, and I was pretty surprised. I don't know if they did something different with the collision up here or not, but the buggy behaves really well up here. And again, it doesn't matter if it's just you or some items or a vehicle that falls off the orbital platform, you're always just going to spawn right above it and be good to go. That brings us to level 3 of the orbital platform. Here's our required components. Once again, getting a bit more expensive. And we'll hit fast forward, see what prints this time. Well, one more box. We know what to do with that, so let's grab onto that, take it up to the DLS, and launch it up to the orbital platform. I'll double check the printing platform here, and sure enough, completed. There are no more upgrades for this orbital platform. So let's head up and check out what we got for level 3. So that's right, it's not the hoverboard keeping me up here. It is official free flight up on the orbital platform, just as if you were in creative mode. Having an adventure base with free flight inside the base is going to be amazing. That's such a perk. And we really get to check out this resin and stuff now. Here's solar panels. They do work up here on the orbital platform. Of course, only when the sun is pointing at them. Wind turbines do not work. And, of course, we're above the atmosphere, so atmospheric condensers, they're no good too. One thing that does work is seeds, along with tapper and some organic, so if you want a sweet power setup, there you go. Here I just wanted to try building a little structure with the train rails and then changing the soil to see if all of my structures stay in place and just the soil changes, or what's going to happen. So I'm going to turn this resin into a donut and let's see what happens. And that's pretty cool. It just regenerates the soil and leaves all my rails in place. The last thing to check out here is the fuel function. I went ahead and put 400 Astroneer in here, and I'm going to try to fly this platform over to Atrox. Looks like I was successful. Here we are in orbit above stinky Atrox. There's really no other planet that I'd rather be on though, so I'm going to go ahead and send us back to Glacio. And that's it for the orbital platform. I'm going to go ahead though and read the patch notes just to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Orbital platform. Space-based observation and science platform developed by the Vastar Infrastructure Research Institute. A megastructure that can be launched to orbit a planet of choice, offering a vast ring-shaped build space with special conveniences and the mega mini asteroid at its center. You only get one, so choose wisely. It's not an easy thing to move around. Features. Gravity. This remains consistent throughout the top side of the platform, even when you jump onto the asteroid. Walking off the edge will result in falling into space, but you'll be safely recovered and placed right back. Power and oxygen. The orbital platform contains its own oxygen supply, so no tethers are needed here. As for power, you'll need to provide that, but there are convenient cable ports throughout the whole platform to help distribute power. Megaception. With a few limitations, you can build other megastructures on top of the orbital platform, as long as you build it on the ring itself. Just keep in mind that some megastructures are limited to either just one or one per planet. Orbital relocation. You can spend Astronium as fuel in order to move the orbital station into orbit around another planet if you change your mind. Mega Mini Asteroid. An asteroid of pure soil that can be infinitely reshaped into one of various shapes. Asteroid in 2 different variants: sphere, donut, flat platform, resin, and compound. Upgrade stages. Upgrading the orbital platform to Stage 2 adds a megastructure component printer. Stage 3 unlocks free flight on the orbital platform in adventure mode. Megastructure component printer. A Stage 2 orbital platform will have the ability to print construction anchor landing pads and its associated mega module, the Mega Terrain Platform. Orbital platform mega modules, the Mega Terrain Platform, can be placed on the edge of the orbital platform or another Mega Terrain platform to extend the edge with flat platforms made of terrain. That's it for this video. It looks like we did grab everything along the way. Thank you again to everyone for joining me for part 2, and I hope to see you in part 3, where I'll be taking a look at the intermodal terminal. See you next time.